Welcome to our Moto X first gen chip-off data recovery. We have here our candidate for chip-off. It's been a Moto X, been water damaged, and we've already taken this board out, and here's what we're looking at. The board is this is the back battery went here. These are all covered with shields, soldered on shields. So it makes it interesting to try to find which of these locations has the memory chip. That's what we're looking for. You almost always find the memory chip in close proximity to the CPU. So likely it's going to be either here or here. I'm going to go with this location. We'll see what we find underneath. If I'm wrong, then we'll try the other. The first thing I'll do is peel back this black stickiness, whatever this is here, just to free that up, give me some room to work with. I'm just going to take it all off, I guess. Just kind of gets in the way here. Alright, so let's clear this out here. Alright, we'll go with our heat to bring this up to temperature and remove that shield. I'm going to apply full air on this just to get it nice and hot, and then get that shield off. I'm going to put some weight on the board because I'm going to need some leverage to get this on the other side pulled up. And just heating up nicely. Let's see how soon we can get this shield up. I need a nice tool to get that underneath. I got these dental picks that seem to work really nice. They have this curved edge that allows you to get in to these corners with just a little bit of opening and try to pick that up. So let's see if we can get in here. Still a lot of resistance here, so it's not ready yet. You don't want to force these things. You have to give them enough heat to let the heat do the work, and then you're just going to lift it up gently. Nice and easy. Okay, but the heat's not enough. I guess I'm getting a little impatient. Let me turn the heat. I'm going to increase the temperature. You can't usually do much harm with higher temperatures, almost to your max setting on these shields, because it dissipates the heat. It's pretty well protected, so not a whole lot to worry about. You want to use maximum air pressure too, pretty high. That's what I got now. I feel it, and I also hear it, a little creaking sound. I gotta move it around a little bit more. Get it around the edges. Oh, you see it coming? Okay. Okay, I got that corner up. Sometimes it's better to have this in a vise to hold it a little more steady. Kind of at an awkward angle, but I wanted to get a good view of this. Oh, there we go. And what do we have here? We have the wrong chip. That Qualcomm, that's some kind of a Wi-Fi chip. So, back to square one. We're going to try another shield. Okay, it can't be... Which one is it? Now, let's try this big one here. Again, it's usually next to the CPU, so it's going to be... Well, could be that one, but I'm making these mistakes so you don't have to make them when you take these apart. Don't see these phones that often. It's maybe 5-year-old phone. Used to be one of their flagship phones, 5-6 years now, but still comes in from time to time. The nice surprise that I got when I took the shields off on this is that the chip itself does not have any underfill, which is pretty rare on phones these days with the memory chip. Almost everything I come across has underfill. I did a CPU on a computer once, and that was probably easier than a lot of phones, and it had no underfill also. Okay, working it, come on. I can't even get that corner to lift up, come on. So it's kind of like a hunt. We're trying to find the right shield. These Motorola's versions, they came with a lot of shields. Everything's hiding underneath, so it's hard to find out what's what. I don't have it at the maximum heat. I'm being kind of conservative here, not to put too much heat on. The last thing you want to do is hurt the chips, but you're pretty safe with the shields overall. I got it up here just a bit, but it's not enough. Using a dental pick to just push it up. I'm going to try a different setup here. Put this on a vise. Alright, I got this grip by vise, and it's a little bit more sturdy, so let's see if we can get this up. I just want to increase the heat about 20 degrees. Not at the max yet, but a lot higher. I like that shield just to come off. Nice and easy. I feel like I've been forcing it here. Just keep going around the edges. Get it nice and hard, melt that solder. So I can pull it right up. Oh, look what we got here. So what do we have? We have what do we have? We have a shield that could have just popped right off. I didn't need to go through all that. And is this the memory chip or not? Looks kind of big to be the memory chip. If we keep going here, let's see what's on this side. With this in a vise, I now have some leverage. I feel I can pick that up and move it. Come on. That's how it like. So that you just peel right up like a can of sardines. Feels like I almost have it. Come on. A little more heat. There we go. Whoa! What do we have here? We have a nice SanDisk eMMC chip. And I think I might just continue right on since the board's nice and hot. I'm going to duck my heat back down. Just back to where I know I'm not going to hurt the chip. Now, why didn't I tell you the temperature? It's because every one is different. Your hot air is going to be different than mine. And if you go with, my numbers, they're gonna see something different. So let me bring this down just a bit. I need some flux, make that easier to work with. Add some flux. Let that work itself in. And I have a extraction tool here, but I need to clean it off from the last job because you want a nice flat surface. Okay. Having clean tools is important. Alright, so given that some heat, I'm going to turn the air down a little bit. And now I got that memory, I'm just going to very lightly, gradually bring that tool in underneath. Just to get enough. I'll feel it moving in a little bit at a time. I don't want to push it too hard, you can see it. And I think this is the one with no underfill, so it's going to be pretty clean once I melt that solder. Let me give it some movement all around. Maybe need a little more flux. And push it in. The flux is like lubricant, just goes in and makes everything easier to work with. Try to keep it at a low angle so, again, nothing's forced here. going to turn on my filter because some smoke coming here. Alright, I'm using a different fixture now just to hold this board a little bit steadier. And I'm going to come in at this angle here. That way I can get some pressure on it. So let me give this a try. Just saw my hot air is going down in temp. I need to get the look. Okay. It's on its cooling cycle. So okay. Back up to some heat. It just feels better. You want to be comfortable with your tools and your technique. Okay. Try to get that solder melting. I've got a pretty wide nozzle. Temp drop just like 10 degrees. I want this to move along a little bit faster. Now I feel it going under it. Sliding in more, different angle. You always want to take your time with these. No, you don't want to rush it. This is the fun part. This is a very thin blade, so you should be able to get right under there. But again, I don't want to force it. I just want to do its thing. Good move there. Okay. Felt it just pop. There we go. Look at how clean that is. Boy, that is... I wish they all came up like that. Very nice. That won't need much cleaning at all. I've got the chip out, isolated now, and I'm just going to do some prep, get it all cleaned up. No underfill, but there's the solder. So I'm putting some flex on it. Let me use my wicking to really get that surface good. Pick up the excess solder there. Some of those pads come out nice and round. Those look like they're hidden. We'll bring those out in just a minute. With that, I'm going to use my tweezers, hot tweezers. I have a Eco setup, and it's very effective for me. I'm very happy with it. Both my hot air and my soldering iron are Eco. I really don't think there's much here to do at all. I can spend 20-30 minutes when there's underfill, but this is going to clean up nicely with alcohol. Alright, I'm going to switch over to my other hot tweezers now to kick capture all those points, those test points that I'll need for the fixture. Okay, I've got my hot tweezers. Going to put a little bit of solder on those. I've got my filtration running, so it may hear a little noise in the background. I've got a little bit of solder. I'm going to put this at an angle and just rub myself over the top of those points, and that's going to open up the ones that aren't showing very nicely. No effort at all. I don't want to work it too much. I don't even have the freshness flux in there. I'm going to a little more flux in. Sometimes it's better to clean it, start with some fresh flux, but I just want to get on with it, so I'm using the same flux that I had before. Then I'll clean it. No resistance at all. It's been nice points after I rub that on it. That's just going to make a nice connection for the fixture. Three out of four sides done. One more side. And move that one away. There was some debris or something in the middle. Yeah, almost missed that. So one more to go. Not two more. Good. There. Look all pretty good, pretty uniform. And that'll clean them nicely once I put the alcohol in. Ready for the alcohol cleaning. Yeah. So the toothbrush has got some other stuff in it from another job. Okay. All those points are nice and shiny. They go to the fixture pretty well. If I was going to be really careful, I'd probably knock those down with some with that solder with what I used before. That solder wick, but I think it'll be okay. It's nice having no underfill on it. Works really good. Okay. I'm going to wipe that down and get that on a fixture. My work surface here is just tile. That absorbs the heat and makes a good surface. Not perfectly smooth. Which is fine. A little bit of texture to it. Cleans up nicely. Okay, ready for the fixture. Okay, now that we got the chip all cleaned off, we're going to put it in our fixture. I'd like to show you this fixture that I recently got. It is a USB 3.0 fixture that is very, very easy to use. It's from the people at Allsocket fixture, allsocket.com, and it's 11.5 by 13. And what's really nice about this is you have much more control over your testing and control, and you can see visually what happens when it's a good chip versus a not so good chip, when it's not going to work. So just going to make note of the side to put it in. So we want to get the that corner, which is the designated with the arrow. It's the one that's the orientation. I want to put that in this side so it matches up. Okay, it's in there. And close it up. It's good and tight. And then it says an on-off switch. So we put it on. We see the power is on, and the data blue is flashing, which means this is going to be a good read. If you have the data on solid, but the green light blinks, it means that there's a problem with the chip initializing. It's sending a voltage. It's not doing anything, but you're not going to get the chip to be recognized then. So it's a good indicator right away to tell you if there's a problem. And I verified this with other fixtures too. My manual fixture here from KZT. But this is my go-to fixture now. I really prefer this one. This is the one that works the best. Okay, we switch over to the computer screen and we see that we get this message comes up, formatting the disk. Of course, we don't want to do this. We cancel it, but again, that's a sign. It's going to tell you it's a good read. So opening up, we have an old job in there, so we'll get rid of that. Open up the Recovery Explorer Professional. We'll see that this is the removable drive that with the chip, 14.68 capacity. All right, then going down here, we see the 10.75 gigabyte. That's the user partition. So that's the one we want to open. And if you've done enough of these, you're going to know where to look. We're going to go into the media folder. Right there. And then the 0 folder. And then there's your DCIM folder. And then let's look at 100 media. 100 media, okay, there's all the pictures here from the recovery. So they're all good. I'll open up one at random. Oh, okay, that's probably safe to show you. But we know they're all good here. So we'll copy this recovery to a flash drive and the customer will be good to go. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching.